Hello everyone, and welcome once again to my YouTube channel, Samo Properties. I remain Samo Moma, where we discuss everything real estate. So it's more like your guide. We are more like a guide to people who intend investing in real estate here in Nigeria, precisely Lagos. So today we want to briefly talk about how to buy a property in Lagos, Nigeria. Now, before buying a property, the first thing we need to look out for is location. Here is where many of us miss it. Many of us are basically concerned about the price of the property. It's affordable. Wow, 500,000 naira. Buy 5, get 1 free. You rush, you buy. Tomorrow, issues. So the first is location. You need to find out this property. Why should I? You need to ask why. Why should I buy this property? Where is this property located? It's located in Nigerian. Where in Nigerian is it located? People like the Dangote refinery is a selling factor for many properties in Nigerian. However, Nigerian is very big. So imagine buying a property 2 hours away from the Dangote refinery. It's going to take a whole lot of time before development gets there. So you need to consider the location and note what are the notable developments that are coming to that particular location before you decide to invest in such a particular location of property. Now, the next thing is, which is most important, is the title. What title does it have? Today we hear there are 7 types of titles, recognized titles by the Lagos State government. Tomorrow we hear it is 4, next tomorrow we hear it is 3, next another day we hear 5. Now, I'll briefly talk about land titles. We basically have 3 or 4 legitimate titles. The first one is approved government excision. Please, I did not say excision file number. Approved government excision. Now, this approved government excision is simply when, let's say, a community acquires 200 acres of land. They go to the government and say, okay, we want to register this. Then government will now excise that land. They can now choose to give them 150 acres out of the 200 acres, leaving the remaining 50 acres for future development or for the next generation, so that those also as well have properties to inherit. So this portion that have been excised by the government now comes in an official document which will be published by the government as gazettes. So such land are perfect if you want to buy them. Some people even prefer a gazette to C of O. I won't get into much details about that now. Another title which is well recognized by the government is Lagos State C of O. It could be Lagos State C of O, it could also be Federal C of O. C of O simply means Certificate of Occupancy. That is, the government is transferring ownership of that property for you. However, it's a bit tricky. Government is actually leasing that property to you for a period of 99 years. So after 99 years, then they could now choose to get the property back from you, or you get to renew the C of O. Well, since the law was enacted in 1978, it's not yet 100 years, so we cannot really say what is going to happen when that time elapses. So when you are buying a property that has a C of O, you also need to find out the year the C of O was issued, so you know how long it's going to take before it gets expired. Now, besides C of O, we also have governor's consent. Now, C of O is usually issued on a virgin land. Okay? When you acquire a property, then you go ahead to process your documents and The first person to acquire a property and process a document gets the C of O. Then governor's consent is simply more like a transfer of a property that has a C of O from someone to another person. So let's assume you are buying a property from an individual and it comes with C of O. For the government to recognize that transaction, there needs to be a transfer of ownership. And that transfer of ownership is what comes in as the governor's consent, because C of O is not usually issued twice. It's only issued once. So after C of O, you can now get to process your governor's consent. If someone else buys, he gets to do it again, governor's consent. So besides the approved government excision, the gazette, the C of O, and the governor's consent, those are the recognized titles by law. We hear of registered survey, we hear of deed of assignment, we hear of excision file number, among other names. These are, we also hear freehold. All these are not official titles recognized by government. Many a times they are just names that we come up with to convince people to buy. Okay? A registered survey, I repeat, is not an approved title. A freehold as well is also not an approved title. A survey is just like a location, showing where this property is located. It doesn't mean that the property is free from every form of government encumbrance. Then when a land has freehold, you should buy. Well, it's a 50-50 thing. You buy a land that has a freehold, it is wise for you to quickly go ahead and process your document, because a land that is free today will not be feasible. You know, I once acquired a property that has freehold. Then some months later, actually, when someone else chartered the land, when we wanted to resell it, he said the land is committed because it had a freehold, but nobody had gone to the government to say, okay, I want to register this property in my name. So a firm, an Indian firm, went to the government and they're interested in it, and they looked at the map and it's okay, this area is free, nobody has registered any property here. What did they do? The government just gave them an allocation there at Hausa. So we lost our land just like that. So that is why if you are buying a property with a freehold, it is actually wise for you to just quickly register such land. So far, brief summary, we've been able to tell you about location is one of the major factors you need to look at before buying the property. Then you also need to look at the documentation the property has. So once you want to buy, you found out, okay, I'm looking at this location, it's a very promising environment. Then they tell you the property has so title, it has C of O, it has gazette. Please do not take anybody's word for it, even if I'm the one selling to you. Do not take my word for it. You also need to conduct your search. You do this in Alausa. Okay? You get to Alausa, you get a surveyor to do that for you. They are the first person who can do that for you. If you can't get a surveyor, then you can get a lawyer. Only that a lawyer will charge you more than a surveyor will. Because a lawyer will still need to contract the surveyor to do the job. So you get to Alausa to carry out your search, to verify that the real estate firm or the individual actually has that land title that they claim to have. So after you carried out your search and you see that, wow, this property is legit, then you can now move forward to buy such a property. Okay? So that is the best way for you to go about getting a real estate property. If, however, you already have properties and you didn't carry out your due diligence, it's never too late. You can as well still carry out this search on any property you've acquired. And if it's a building, another thing you need to consider is building plan approval. Okay, you need to get that building plan approval from the Lagos State government if you are buying and building in Lagos State, or whichever state you are buying from. You need to get building plan approval from them. So you also need to find out if the building has a building plan approval. Even if it's not yet out, at least they should have started the process of getting that building plan approval. So I hope I've been able to educate you a bit about how you can acquire a property in Lagos or any other state in the Federal Republic of Nigeria. So just like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We keep giving you quality updates on real estate. Okay, we'll also be giving you juicy offers on the best places to invest as of now. Okay, we'll also do that for you free. And if peradventure you already acquired property and you didn't carry out your due diligence and you need someone to do that for you, we can as well connect you to surveyors, lawyers that can help out with that. So do not delay. Like and subscribe to our YouTube channel now. Thank you.